Hello, lovely people. How are you guys doing? And I hope you guys are doing good. I always want to ask this question as we round up this year. Um, in all my years of creating content or being a YouTuber or being a podcaster or just coming on my camera to say one or two things, there are days where I don't have something to talk about, but eventually something will just come up and I will just talk about it. But today's episode, guys, I came into the studio from the week uh, last week to the weekend to now. I have been trying. I have some topic, but I'm still working on them. I don't have anything to talk about today. Before we get right into it. Hello, guys. You are welcome to the amazing episode on EWL Podcast. Don't forget that this podcast is a platform for you to be expressive and a reality check. It's another amazing episode on the Express Luchi Podcast. And on today's episode is given blank. Guys, I know I've heard about writer's block, but as a YouTuber, as a podcaster, and someone that likes speaking in front of the camera, guys, on today's episode there is nothing to talk about, so we're just going to give general talk, just talk about different things. And the message I think I want to pass across is sometimes you may not be having it, sometimes you will not have anything in your oceans of content, in the ocean of content rather. Just show up. That is something me and my brother said we're going to be doing from last year to this year. We decided, I think that was part of our New Year resolution. I could have easily, you know, tell you guys, oh, we don't have an episode for this week, and not show up and not have an episode, and it becomes an habit. When you do something once and things sweet and he jig, maybe probably randomly again, then maybe there's nothing to talk about, and I'll be like, oh, we don't have an episode for this week. So I think one thing I want us to talk about on today's episode is no matter what it is, show up. Although there are some aspects in my life I find it difficult to keep up, and that it has to do with my I don't know how to say this. How do I put it? Okay, I'll just use Neraton. It has to do with my physical health. I sometimes want to go on calories deficit. I always want to do some minor exercise just to keep fit, and I'm consistent for the longest time, I would say. And something would just happen, just like I say, excuse not the finish, and I would just tell myself, Luchi, when I say today we'll just relax. And from the when I say today we'll just relax, I think for this year, so I have been consistent, but since the month of September, something came up. I could not be in a space to do that, and I said, okay, when I get back home, I would continue my normal routine from September now. So we don't enter November now. Although so I don't try small, so they keep up with my physical health. So sometimes we just have to tell ourselves we have to show up. And I have quit, for my physical health and maintenance of my body, I have stopped a lot of times. I have quitted. I have not showed up a lot of times. But the moment I realize, I pick myself up and I'm going back to my body maintenance, I'm going back to eating healthy, I'm going back to proper rest. I don't know about proper rest, because a lot of times I find it difficult to sleep at night. My eye really is shine. I don't know what is causing it. So if you know how to help your sister that has serious sleeping, like I have serious sleeping problems, like in the night my eye go just shine. People they sleep, my eye they shine. I don't know what the problem is. And I tend to sleep properly during the weekends and during the daytime. But for night, I don't know what they happen. So the talk not too much. So the cocoa be say, what I'm trying to say in essence is, let's always try to show up. There's something it does for us. It keeps a line of maintenance. It keeps a long lifeline. the art of showing up always, regardless of what you think is an obstacle. I will always tell my brother, say, excuse not the finish. And there's something I decided to do this year also. Since we are talking about our plans for this year, I said I was going to like read at least 5 books. I still struggle with 2, but the main thing is that I'm going to finish those 2 books I bought, which was quite expensive book they did. So I hope I finish those 2 books I bought. They're really good, like they are good self-help books, and I hope I am able to finish them before the year runs out. And there are a lot of times they say, why you never finish book? I'll just talk, say, see, I work too much. But inside I work too much. I don't watch like 5 films. I have followed different reality TV shows, and I have an obligation I have given myself to finish those books, yeah? So excuses, we never run out of excuses as humans. There's always a reason why something could not go through. There's always a reason why you could not do something. So let's leave excuses. Let's learn to show up. Even me myself, I did learn different occasion. I don't talk about the book situation. I bought this book at the beginning of this year, and I was like, I was going to finish it. And the books are quite interesting. It's just sometimes, especially, just got to lose interest. Well, I will try to do that, and maintaining my physical health, maintaining my body is something I want to do too. So I will do that. I will always show up. I will try. As I talk to you, I talk to myself. As I gist, I gist to myself. So those areas in our life where we find it difficult to be consistent in, I wish I could really be consistent with good exercise, good well-being, my health maintenance. I wish I could do that. Even with the early morning shot, sometimes I will do, sometimes I'm not going to do. So the message for today is always show up and show out. Be present. You don't know the one way God will touch, change our lives. Always be present. And what again do I want to talk about? Because nothing is even coming to my head. I just have to show up like I'm preaching, yeah? The year has been a tough one. Economy is economy, like in not so much of a good way. Everything is just skyrocketing. I went to the market, I think early last month, and I was telling my mom that we needed some stuff. And I was planning for Blessed to be a Blessing. Guys, Blessed to be a Blessing has been doing an amazing job. I will talk about that very soon. So we had some stuff we wanted to get for Blessed to be a Blessing and other project. And we wanted to get we wanted to get something in the market, and as when we asked for the price of that thing, it was around 10,300. Would you believe that when I went back to the market last week, to be precise, I went to do surveying as usual now to go and ask for the price before you go to the market and pay for things. And I discovered that we had over 5,000 naira increment on something I asked for last month. Over 5,000 naira has stopped in the supposed commodity. And it's crazy because when a person tells you something, you are working on a project, yeah? You are working on a budget rather, and you experience such hike in the price of what you're about to get. Hey, my brother, my sister, I know we've gone through a lot this year. And what can I say? God will see us through. We'll be able to maintain our lifestyle. We'll be able to maintain our existence in this world, because really survival of the fittest. When we did school and they tell us about Max Weber, about Macaulay and all their ideology about the social world, sometimes it does not make sense. But when you hear some things, when you see some things just like this, Karl Marx will always talk about the constant struggle between. See, I know they go into sociology. God, I missed school. They will talk about the constant struggle between the haves and the have-not. And it's something we are now experiencing in Nigeria. The economy has not been friendly. And I just hope and pray that we survive this phase of the economy, because we have to. So, and the year is coming to an end, and we are grateful. Guys, nothing much to say. I just wanted to show my face, because I don't appreciate show up. Even though you don't get anything to talk about what it comes to your head, and everybody will be fine at the end of the day. So until my next episode or my next video. I think we're going to round up here. Please don't forget to stream this episode, this podcast on Anchor, Spotify, and on YouTube. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, guys. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I have not been consistent as usual with my vlog. Not because no excuse, but I will try. I'll try to come back. At least I should be able to drop at least a video before the end of this year. Yeah, we should be able to do that. Okay, guys, don't forget to follow me across all social media platforms at Luchi on Instagram, on S formerly Twitter, and on Facebook. We also have a podcast page, EWR_podcast. Like I always say, is a message I've been preaching since the existence of season 2. Yeah, let's spread love because God is love. Love is God. Have an amazing week, and bye bye.